New details in a child molestation case that spanned nearly a decade in the court system. The district attorney has now recused himself after a judge declined a plea deal in a case that's been open for 8 years. I'm Leanne Abou-Tarbouche, your Thomas County neighborhood reporter with what happens next.
This case dates back to 2018, when Stacy and Brittany Weich say they noticed their 10-year-old daughter was having unusual symptoms and discomfort. At first, they thought it would be a urinary tract infection, but a doctor later confirmed she had a sexually transmitted disease. Court records show testing linked the disease to Artist Johnson Jr., who was in a long-term relationship with the child's grandmother and had regular access to the family.
What we have learned is that she was afraid due to threats he had made to her and showing her weapons and telling her that was their little secret.
After that, Johnson was charged with child molestation and related offenses and was released on bond. The parents expected a trial, but the case remained open for years. Court records show delays from attorney changes, scheduling conflicts, and COVID. During that time,
a lot of her teenage years where she should have been able to go out with friends and go to the movies or go to a basketball game or a football game and just be able to walk around like any other kid. She had to be up on the mom and dad because we never knew where he may show up at.
Until this January, the district attorney's office negotiated a plea deal that would have reduced the charge to aggravated assault. Prosecutors say the deal would have meant 10 years probation, no jail time, no sex offender registration, and strict conditions including a DNA sample and no contact with the victim or her family. That's when the Weich family reached out to me hoping more attention could help move the case forward.
But you thought that it was the most appropriate decision. Can you explain why?
Well, yeah, it goes back to what we talked before. I can't get in detail. It's based upon the strengths and weaknesses of the case. What we think the result of a jury trial and the issues with the case, we look at all that, evaluate it, and make a decision what we think is a fair outcome in the case.
After hearing how prosecutors justified the plea, I asked the family how that decision sat with them.
Aggravated assault for molesting a child is not okay. And being that the district attorney office is okay with that, just don't sit with us.
The defense attorney also responded to the public attention surrounding the case in a written statement. He says, "It saddens me to see alleged conduct turned into clicks and views and shares and the marketing of merchandise. In short, it is wrong to attempt to try this case through social media or any type of media." The plea deal was expected to be presented in court last Thursday, but the judge declined to accept it as it was presented. I followed up with the district attorney's office to ask what would happen next. Sheely told me he has now recused himself from the case, saying he believed another office could move the case forward and act in the best interest of the victim.
Brittany and Stacy Weich tell me they want this case to go to trial and be decided by a jury. But for now, they must wait as it may take over a week for another judicial circuit to take over. In Thomas County, I'm Leanne Abou-Tarbouche, ABC 27.